Hi, I want to talk today, as short as I can, about something called buying a car when you don't have the money. You don't have the money. You don't have enough money. You have only part of the money. So what you do, you really want a car. You think it's the best thing for you. Well, why not to buy an used car? Yeah, secondhand. What's wrong about that? In the end, it'd be much cheaper. So you decided, no, I want a new car. I want a new car. Fine. You renew the car. You don't have the money. So you go to the bank and ask for a loan, right? Bank will happily give you a loan. Then you use the car, the value of the car as a collateral. Maybe they'll give you 90%, 70%, 60%, depends on the car and the year of the car, on you, on your credit, whatever. Let's say you're lucky, you're whatever, 100%. Okay, let's say you buy a small car, and just to give you an example, the monthly payment is 1,000 shekels. So you make the deal with the bank, the choice of which car you're gonna buy is yours. The bank will not interfere generally. They maybe try to send you to someone they know, or don't worry, you can just buy the car you want. In the end, when you finish the last payment, you see that the cost of the car was 100% of the cost of the car, plus 30, 40, sometimes 50% more add value to the price, the original price of the car. I'm sure you can check this out. I'm sure you'll find out that I'm not exaggerating. Now let's talk about a leasing, Chevrat leasing. Oh, that's a great Israeli creation. They have names for it. Leasing tifuli, leasing prati, leasing... They have names for everything. It's unbelievable, right? But in the end, they're giving a loan, and the conditions for these loans are really bad. The only benefit is that you have a new car, but it would be very expensive. But I want to talk about how expensive it will be when you don't pay on time. For example, like dozens of people, not one, not 10, maybe I had 20 phone calls from new immigrants, from Israelis, all over, not Americans only, all over. I'm sorry, I'm late and I don't have the money. What should I do? And so what happens when you're late and you do not pay on time the leasing? First of all, you don't give a check to them. It's a horat keva. It's a installment that comes out from your account every month. Fine. Let's say we gave an example. You pay 1,000 shekels. You're late. You're late 2 days. Maybe you can transfer the money to them immediately. Nothing will happen. Let's say you're a few days late and it was bounced. Wait a second. You did not pay. It was bounced. Okay, there's a fine, a kanas. A kanas for the bouncing, it could be between 120 and 200 shekels. But I pay only 1,000 a month. How much the fine is? It's 20%. It's not 20%. That's the price for being late. That's called a fine. Oh, that's okay, I understand. But that's not all you pay. Then you pay the index and interest. So let's say it's 1,000 shekels, you're late 2 weeks, it could cost you 25% of the original amount. It could, easily. But let's say now you're late 2 times, 2 installments, 2 months. And now they send you a letter from a lawyer. Okay, now you have the fine, you have the interest, which is higher, you have the index, and you have the costs for a lawyer's letter. So it's 1,000 multiplied by 2 months, by 2 fines, by 1 letter of the lawyer. So it could easily reach 3,000 shekels. Yes. It will not be under 2,500 shekels, and it would cost you a lot of money. And if you're late many times, because life is life, and whatever, many things could happen. And it's a long-term loan. It's not short. You'll find out that everything is hard. First of all, they do not forget or forgive. You're late, you pay. There is a fine, interest, you pay everything. There is no such a thing as niceties. You're talking nice to them, you ask them a favor, you tell them. What do you mean you tell them, you ask them? I have people come and no, they don't understand this Corona. Of course they understand, but they have the money, they have the power, they have a legal document, the contract, and they use it. And they use it not for your benefit. They use for their benefits. And it's what it is. It's business. So if you really have to buy a car, okay, try everything you can not to use money from an institution, a bank. And if you have to buy a car and you have to use a bank, try to take as little as you can, even if you have to buy a less fancy car. But if you have to buy a car and you choose to buy from a leasing, watch out. Try to read the whole thing. It could be 8 pages, 9 pages. I've seen 32 pages. 32 pages is not need for more than 5, but 32 pages. And you'll see that not only when you're late you pay, there are fines for everything, for not renew the insurance with them, which could be much more expensive. Yes, it's the annual fee for not renew the insurance. There's so many fees, so many hidden surprises that I really suggest you think 10 times before you take that money. Have a good day.